in another studio. He came smiling up to me and started talking to me. In 20 minutes went by, 30 minutes went by. Talked about everything, politics, music. I said, hey, he's a nice guy. Next night I came in, Harry comes bounding up, smiling at me. He starts talking to me. 30 minutes goes by. So finally, I used to try to hide from him. I come in and ask the secretary if Harry was in the lobby. And I sneak in the studio. So we went out to California to Memphis. I'm standing on this balcony, third floor of this motel. And I hear, hey, hey. I look down and there's Harry. And he starts talking. He talks to me for about 40 minutes. Standing down there looking up. He was trying to get me to do something. And he said one thing that I always remember. He said, you know, I played one night for me and one night for the other guy. And later on, I was trying to put my music to some pragmatic use. I remembered what he said. Not being bent to extremism, I wasn't as generous as he was. But he's probably laughing right now. Yes. Remember when music came from wooden boxes strung with silver wire? And as we sang, the words would set our hearts on fire to believe in things. And so we'd sing. Remember when the music brought us all together to stand inside the ring? And as we joined hands, we'd meet in the refrain, the dreams to live and hope to give. Remember when the music was the best, or what we dreamed of for our children's time? And as we worked, we sang, cause we knew time was just a line. Gift to save, gift the future gave. Remember when the music was a rock that we could cling to so we'd not despair. And as we sang, we knew we'd hear an echo in the air. And if we weren't smiling, we'd smile. I listened to it and I said, gee, this is a little on the corny side. And I sat down and I tried to think what the song was about. And I guess there was a time when people felt that music provided you with a greater sense of unity, a greater sense of shared vision and purpose than it does today. In my generation, we were the generation that was going to change the world. Somehow we were going to make it a little less lonely, a little less hungry, a little more just place. But it seems that when that promise slipped through our hands, we didn't replace it with nothing but lost faith. And now we live in times are pretty shattered. I got my music, you got yours, the guy in the street, he's got his. And you can kind of sit back and say, not cynically, but truthfully, well maybe all men are not brothers. And maybe we won't ever know who or what we really are to each other. But I think Harry instinctively knew that it was going to take a lot more than just love to survive. That it was going to take a strong sense of purpose, a duty, and a good clear eye on the dirty ways of the world. promise to himself, he reminds us of our promise to ourselves. And then tonight, alongside Harry, it's that promise that his spirit would have us remember and honor and recommit to. So, do something, and may his song be sung. Chase the dark away, and life was good, for we knew we could. Remember when music brought the night across the valley as the day went down, and as we hummed the melody, we'd be safe inside the sound, and so we'd sleep to awake with dreams and promises to keep.
Singer Paul Simon and some friends are again using their talents to raise money for the poor. Simon organized last night's benefit concert at New York's Madison Square Garden, and Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, and others dropped in to help out. The money raised will be used to buy new medical vans. The vans will help provide care to children in New York City's homeless shelters. Elected officials from several states were among those who have relented today. Singer Paul Simon is trying to bring some miracle and wonder into the lives of homeless children in New York City. Simon staged a concert last night to raise money for the cause. Ed Garston reports.
Paul Simon sings "You Can Call Him Al," and now homeless kids may want to call him Pal. The singer got some friends together Sunday night in New York to help raise some money to buy more of these. Simon calls it Big Blue. He paid $160,000 for it. For homeless children in New York, it's the color of hope for long-needed health care.
She is 2 shots. We'll give 1 today, and then you've got to come back in a month.
Big Blue goes around to about a dozen homeless shelters dispensing exams to go. But New York has more than 12,000 homeless kids in need of medical attention. So Simon wants to buy more Big Blues, and this is the way he knows best to raise the cash.
Bringing medical attention to 12,000 children who are located in a place that we can find seems like a problem that actually can be solved.
But even if concerts like this do earn enough to put more Big Blues on the road, Simon says it'll take constant cash to turn this show into a long-term benefit. Ed Garston, CNN reporting.
Garden was the scene of the hottest rock concert of the season as Paul Simon, Bruce Springsteen, and several charity-minded rock and rollers played to a standing room-only crowd to benefit homeless kids. It was Paul Simon and some of his musical friends. Bruce Springsteen, Lou Reed, Paul Schaefer, and even a musical Chevy Chase. They came together at Madison Square Garden to raise money for a medical van for New York's homeless children. But the highlight of the evening had to be Simon, Billy Joel, and Bruce Springsteen playing backup Belmonts to Dion on A Teenager in Love. The 470